Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ocarina of Time randomizer race. Today we have DubuDeccer and Riley heading up against each other.
Oh yeah, this should be a very fun race to watch. They're already starting with a useless medallion, well, almost useless, fire medallion in these settings, and Song of Storms, which is slightly less useless. And they're going.
And it looks like we have a good spawn as adult, which is very nice. Market will give you easy access to changing age later on. But for now, we will see both players heading over to CAC just to knock out a song check and a few quick item checks.
Yeah. Usually when you start as adult, you want to go to CAC and get all these Sphere Zero checks out of the way, get a song in the windmill, and stuff like that before going to Child and getting your 2 songs.
Yeah, in these settings with a larger Sphere Zero, there's a couple of places you want to knock out. Adult CAC is definitely one of them, just because there's mostly because there's a song here. Songs in Ocarina of Time Randomizer give you a lot of direction and kind of tell you where you're supposed to go. And that being said, like the other main places you want to head to are like SFM and Lon Lon Ranch's Child, as well as the Deku Tree, just because of the density of the checks there.
Yeah, in these settings, Deku Tree is open, so it's a good play to always do it early. Maybe get a bomb bag, maybe get a hook shot, who knows. And we got a hint that Nocturne is Epona's. Interesting.
Could be a little spicy. Epona's is pretty useful for quite a few things. And being on the Nocturne check means that we're going to have to do 2 of our dungeons that aren't necessarily required to complete the seed, but if we need the song, then we need to do the dungeons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Riley isn't using a face cam, so we can't get his reactions to all of the crap that the seed has to offer.
Yeah, but we can appreciate Decker's hat.
Yeah. It really adds to the aesthetic. Oh, we got magic on it, old Andrew. That's pretty cool. Early
Yeah.
magic means we're probably not going to find Furry's Wind at any time.
And there's strength upgrades. CAC's looking a little stacked here.
Yeah. CL Magic Strength. Say they get the song in Graveyard and they might want to go up towards Death Mountain Trail. Check out DC. They didn't check the pedestal though, so we don't know if DC is a required dungeon.
Yeah, at this rate, like starting with one of our dungeon rewards that are not required, it can definitely be worth your while just to dip into Dodongo's Cavern, not knowing exactly what it is. Especially now that they've found bomb chews. Dodongo's Cavern, no matter what, will be completable, even if that's the 5 chew pack.
Yeah.
Of course, in these settings, for those who don't know, in order to gain access to Ganon's castle, you need to complete the 3 stone dungeons. We'll know what those are once these guys go to Temple of Time and read the pedestal. And in order to get to Ganon himself, we will need to beat the dungeons that have the Spirit and the Shadow medallions as rewards.
Yep, Ganon boss key is required when you go into Temple of Time with the Shadow and Spirit medallions in these settings, so that's why you have to beat those dungeons. And what song do they get here? They get Song of Time. Pretty useless for right now.
Yeah, pretty useless. They will be able to use it after Dompe race just to get quick access back to CAC if they are planning to do that DMT trip. But I mean, that's about all they're going to use it for now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna follow each other's footsteps right now, go do Dompe, and we'll see if there's some divergence after that to see if they want to actually reset and go Child or go up Death Mountain Trail with just the Strength and Choose. But none of them have checked how many choose they actually got, so it'll be interesting if it's a 5-pack or a 20-pack to see if that alters their decision at all.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where like they're gonna wait until after they're done the Dompe race, because if they find anything here, they can just get everything on in one equip and then head up if they feel like it.
Yep. So not really much to say right now, other than let's see who gets a 47 and who gets bodied by Dampe.
Yep, somebody's already getting bodied by Dompe, apparently.
A little bit of commentator's curse.
Yeah.
My bad. That one's on me. Riley's on pace for 48 here.
I can't really complain about a 48.
Yep, not bad. Stick
Got a
upgrade.
Stick upgrade, very nice.
Stick upgrades are great.
I would have laughed if that was a nut upgrade too.
Get your sticks and nuts in one place. Pretty convenient. It looks like Riley is, oh, they both are playing Song of Time to get out of the windmill, so save quitting is not on their minds, and they're actually going to go towards Death Mountain Trail here. Or River, but I would say Death Mountain Trail.
It's the 20 pack that we picked up, so that's actually pretty big. With 20 chews, you probably don't need a bomb bag for quite a little while. It's not necessarily something you want to just blow through, because chews are like a expendable resource. So you kind of want to hold on to them just in case you have a late bomb bag in Logic, but we're not really going to see them be too liberal with them, I guess.
Yeah, Decker going to this area here because he missed man on roof the first time. And he might farm for a Hylian shield? Or not. Okay. I would like to farm for a Hylian shield here because I just hate not having one. But Decker also missed the Redead Grotto. May have forgotten about the chews a little bit. Just didn't cross his mind. Luckily for him, it didn't have anything. But he is going DC while Riley is first going to Gorn City, I'd assume. That was a small chest in the wall, no need to waste a bomb chew on it.
Yeah, I guess something else to mention, just because this is something that only really started popping up this year, like in tournament settings this year, is we're playing with a setting called chest size matches contents, where basically any small chest is going to be items that are logically unimportant, such as like your heart containers, rupees, nuts, sticks, stuff like that. And anything that can be logically important or any unique item is going to be in a big chest. So since these guys have explosives already, they're not going to go too far out of their way for smaller chests. Pretty much just focusing on the bigger ones. Small ones can be useful just because you do need health for stuff like heat timers and just general living.
Yeah. I mean, Decker's really feeling it on a quarter of a heart right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 40 skulls bomb bag. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Also, by the way, shout out to our tracker, Melqui. She's doing all the behind the scenes work for the tracker. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you. As Decker finds a hookshot in compass chest. Also, while you're here, be sure to give both of these runners a follow, as they are very good at the game.
Yeah, these guys have been playing for a very long time. And Riley especially has been like in top 32. I think pretty much every season he's competed. So like it's
3 and 4 at least, yeah.
yeah.
And it just feels so bad not having a shield and having to place down every single bomb chew you want to use.
I know. I'm always so scared when I place the chew that the nut's not gonna hit or something's
Yeah.
just gonna go terrible.
You just have to mash and hope it's fast enough. And I don't remember if that was a big chest that Decker and Riley saw on across the bridge up here, but I guess we'll find out soon.
I think it was big actually.
Yeah, he is going for it, so I'm assuming it was too. And it is.
So if this is like... Okay, claim check's pretty good because you can turn that in right away. Big Goron will be hinted eventually, but since it's so convenient, you may as well just turn it in when you go up there.
Yeah, no need for the hint now. And I assume that both of these runners will head that way after DC.
Yeah, especially now with Hookshot. Like, there's another song in Crater that you can grab. They're probably going to head towards SFM because that is yet another song that they can grab.
Yeah, the classic route here would be Goron City into Crater, back into Lost Woods and SFM. And that's when they probably cut their adult. Unless they get something like Bow, in which case maybe you do Forest without looking at the medallions. That would be certainly a play.
Yeah, like, DC is something I can understand because no matter what reward it is, typically you'll end up coming in here. The requirements are so low. You can use like pretty much anything, or not pretty much anything, but like a strength, choose, bomb bag, and just grab every single check in here. With Forest Temple, it's quite a bit more time consuming, and with it not being necessarily required, it's kind of spooky just to dip in there without knowing. We are seeing a slingshot back here, so that is cool. That'll help us clear out the entirety of Lost Woods at this point, if they find Sarya's song.
More efficiency, the better. King Dodongo down on Decker's side and just started on Riley's side, so Decker's just ahead of Riley by a tiny bit, but it's nothing to worry about in the early game here. Ooh. That's a miss on Riley's side. He didn't turn the camera quick enough, so King Dodongo only took 2 steps instead of 3. And the reward is Emerald.
Cool, so that's required. DC's required.
Yep.
Yeah, like we were mentioning earlier,
Riley?
if you...
Oh, there you go.
If you, when you start with a dungeon reward that's technically, like, typically not required, or generally not required, it's gonna be like a, what, 62.5% chance that any dungeon you do blindly is going to be required.
Yeah, something like that.
If my math's correct, it's maybe not.
5 out of 7.
Is it 5 out of 7?
Sorry, 5 out of 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So Decker actually just peeking the chest here and going back to Temple of Time. So he will be neglecting the 2 song checks up here where Riley's going and just opting to go back to Child and grab those 2 checks, clear out Deku Tree, and do his Child segment.
Yeah, definitely a valid decision. Hints here. Cackway the hero, Goron Cityway the hero times 2, and a 50 is dead.
Yeah, you can't like seeing that Goron City Way of the hero after just deciding not to go there. But he'll
Must feel
end
a
up there
bit bad.
eventually. It's not gonna be the end of the world or anything like that.
Water, Jabu, Fire, Shadow, Forest.
Okay, so Forest did end up being a required dungeon, which is nice. If Riley finds a bow, he might make the play for it. I don't think Riley is that kind of player, though.
Yeah. I think he'd rather be safe than to blindly go into Forest, even though it would be helpful. I don't see any big chests in the maze for Riley, but he's gonna blow them up anyways.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with magic. Oh, he did.
There
see
was a
one.
big chest.
Okay.
Never mind me.
That's
Mirror
Mirror
shield.
Shield.
That is required, right?
Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
stone.
that's a stone, yeah. And bottom of the wells bay of the hero, so that's something Decker can do here as Child if he decides to go.
He can full clear it too with Choose and ZL. And in CSMC, it takes no time at all. So Goron City Way the hero is already fulfilled by that mirror shield, so Decker's not really missing anything here. Unless he decides to never go back for some reason.
Link the Goron just jumping through the explosion.
Just denying that bomb flower.
You hate to see it.
This is why Link the Goron is the worst NPC in the game. There you go. Decker pulling off a Iron Stick, which you can actually crouch stab Skulltulas in such a way that you don't break your stick when you use it. That's what he just showed off right there. 30 skulls is dead too, so only 40 has a bomb bag, 30 and 50 are dead. They're not going to be collecting a lot of skulls this seed.
I often hear that called Steel Stick instead, just like as a reference to like the Steel Stick.
I don't know the reference, that's my problem.
Oh, okay. Is that a scale up there?
That was a bloopy.
Oh, okay.
And, ooh, Saria Song in Crater, which means when Riley goes Child, he can actually full clear Lost Woods.
Yeah, that'll net him 1 extra check in there.
Yeah, the medallions installed will get marked. It's just probably the tracker being weird, as it usually is. But don't worry, get those.
Yeah, for now, we know that our required medallions are going to be, what, Shadow and Forest, and the stones were Spirit and...
Spirit Deku DC. Yep. Decker deciding to skip Boulder of Destiny, as it's called, the grotto right outside of Castletown.
Yeah,
Not sure
because he
why.
grabbed the skull in Castle, he might be thinking that it's going to be a little bit tight here. It wasn't necessarily tight, but you can see it is turning over to nighttime.
Yeah, he
Better
probably
to be
could have
safe
made it.
than sorry. I think he could have made it too, but probably just better to be safe.
Yeah, as of very recently, a bunch of new sometimes hints have been added to the pool, including Hyrule Castle Ferry, Outside Ganon's Castle Ferry, Frogs in a Storm, Ice Cavern, Iron Boots Chest, and Shadow Skull Pot, stuff like that. A lot of them are really cool.
Yeah, I think the only one I actually dislike is probably the Iron Boots one.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if you're going to ice, you're going there for the song anyway. Like, that's why you're there.
Basically. Decker deciding to not care about the trick anymore. So did he not pick up the stick upgrade? He only has 8 sticks.
Yeah, I guess he saw the small chest and just bailed. You can see Goron City leftmost is a red rupee, so nobody's going to be going back for that check. Of course, Riley has seen that it was a small chest, so probably wouldn't have gone back for it anyway, but...
Right.
And Big Goron dead, so Decker... that's another check that Decker decided he wouldn't do right away, and is not going to get burned for.
Yeah. And he's probably gonna see that grotto as a child anyway, so he won't even go up and turn it in. But Decker not checking the save warp here, instead playing Serenade to go to Lake. Probably do South Hyrule into Kokiri Forest. Get a peek at what the underwater item is. I couldn't see that at all.
That's not enough of a peek for me.
I'm sure he can see it because it's bigger on his screen, but for all I know, it was a stick, a nut, who knows. Interesting to know, Riley is actually on 4 chews, so he's burning through this 2-pack really fast. That's another
third Goron City, so that means Goron City's double way of the hero and has 2 required items logically.
Yeah, we already got the mirror shield on the maze, so there's probably one in Child Goron City if I had to guess.
Yeah, which is interesting because Riley did pick up the Saria song in the crater, and that does lock one of our checks in Child Goron City. So it's possible that Riley is the only one out of these 2 with access to that check at this time. Or access to that way of the hero, rather.
Right. And thinking about it, it has to be in Child Goron City, because we saw everything in Adult Goron City. We got fire arrows in the scrub next to SFM, but no bow to use them. Man, Riley really is just going through. No care in the world for scumming these chews. If Bombag is on 40 is the first one and hard locks the rest, with Wallet being behind it as well, that would be really bad for Riley, but it's probably not going to happen.
No, it's pretty unlikely. I'm also against scumming chews, mostly, but I think I would have been a little bit safer than this at least.
Yeah.
But I can totally respect playing like this also.
Riley doing a little setup here to get the jump onto the upper Sacred Forest meadow. And messing it up, so we'll just do the backup. Meanwhile, Decker is in Southfield. Probably gonna do what I said and do Southfield into Kokiri Forest without even checking the save warp. Not finding anything though.
Ocarina of Time is Lara, I think that just said.
Yep.
You know, in all the seeds that I played on these settings, I don't think I've gotten a single Ocarina of Time hint.
Well, the thing is, Ocarina of Time is a sometimes hint in these settings, so The odds of finding one are actually pretty low, especially with all the new subtimes hints that came out. Those Water Bosky is dead, and Fire Temple is foolish.
Also, Minuet Vanilla, so that's gonna help Riley out when he goes Child in just a moment here.
Zarya's song is also logically required for Forest Temple at this point, which means Zarya's song is logically required to beat the game, since Forest is required. Riley was thinking about setting it to Night there, but decided against it. Said he wants to get the day market checks. Favors those over the night. Gorn City is double way the hero, yes. We already found the mirror shield in the maze, and there's one other item somewhere in Child Gorn City. Riley taking pity on our tracker and going very slow, reading these medallions. Thank you.
Yeah, luckily, Mel was already able to get all that info in, so...
Yeah, props to her again, doing all the tracking behind the scenes.
Yeah, for both players, it's kind of a big undertaking.
Alright, Decker's going to Kokiri Sword Chest, gonna finish off Kokiri Forest and probably head into Decker Tree. Riley's just gonna do everything that Decker already did.
Ooh, big chest. The boomerang, interesting. I believe, does that put 40 in logic now?
Ooh. That's hard without bombs.
Yeah.
If you have hookshot, strength, a bottle, and ring, that's a lot of schools. I will say. Mel says she thinks so, so I'm gonna say okay. I could get up a tracker right now and put in all the items that they have, but no, we got stuff to see on new hints on Decker's side. Which
Well, that's
means
an
old
old
hints.
one. Dude, this is what I do every time with the water temple checks, because they're like the exact same length, and typically I don't read the words. I'll just like look
Yeah.
at the hint as a whole and like check what the item is and just spam through the text. But with the water temple ones, like you kind of have to double take if you don't catch one of those other words.
The hard part about them is the wording for those hints have recently changed, so for all the people who are used to just seeing the old hints, they have to recondition their brain to see the new ones. Time of day worked out really well for Riley there. Able to get the night and day market checks. But he's stuck in the market. Luckily he has Minuet to get out.
Yeah, so once again, Decker not really missing out for not checking that spawn.
Yeah, if anything, saving time. But will lose time if he doesn't check it before playing Serenade to go back adult.
Yeah, something to note that just popped up in chat. Decker is already opting to just walk right past small chests, so he's pretty... you gotta assume he's pretty comfortable with this amount of explosives, and is not too worried about like heat timers and stuff like that. Of course, some rooms in this game at this point are going to be impossible for him at this health, but I guess he's just confident that he will be finding a tunic or a wallet or something before he has to head into fire.
Well, the thing is, he has hookshot and a bottle, so he can bottle a fairy, and that'll be enough to get through any... at least the bottom part of fire, which is the thing you really need the tunic for.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
If he didn't have hook shot to get over to the ferry platform, then I would probably pick up some more small chests here. Yeah, this is a really unhealthy seed so far. Riley only has 4 hearts and Decker only has 3.
Ooh, double big chest and compass ring.
I'd love to see it.
Just another slingshot.
French vanilla.
So that means Goma's in logic. Oh, I don't think that's what Decker wanted to do there.
Probably not. You never know.
It looked cool. So maybe. And the long shot, wow.
For Light Medallion Water Temple.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Light Medallion does absolutely nothing in these settings. So Water Temple would be only for the 4 item checks inside.
It could be Spirit Key logic. We do have access to GTG logically now. So there's a couple more things that Longshot will do.
Riley is going to be joining Decker in the Decker tree here. Decker's almost done even. He's probably going to go for Tsundere skip. Yep. What a gamer.
Nailed it.
Looks so cool. And it's faster. But it's very precise.
It is very precise. That's something you won't see a lot of runners do. As far as I know, like, as far as I'm aware of, Decker's, like, probably the only one in this tournament who goes for unbuffered Tsundere skip.
Yeah. The thing is, it's just that precise where if you can do regular B1 skip fast enough, like, you'd probably just go for that instead. By the way, Riley found bomb chews in the upper small chest of the slingshot room, so Decker missing out on that. Oh, Decker actually doing a 0 nut Goma.
0 nut burning through 3 sticks. I mean, he said he would do it.
He did it. What the mad lad. Just getting some slingshot seats back. Yeah, in the slingshot room, you can actually peek the upper chest from the bottom, which is what Decker was trying to do. But if you're going to climb up and check it anyways, you might as well just open the chest.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but now Decker is going to get his hint that Bigoron is nothing in this grotto right here. So, he won't have to turn in the claim check. None of these racers went for the skull kill on the way down in the basement of Deku Tree. Sad.
Honestly, personally, I don't like that strat. And it's not because it's like hard or anything, it's just because like side hopping and back walking onto the switch just feels so good. And having that taken away from me just feels bad. Also, that was a foolish hint for Water Temple, was it?
It was another fire.
Oh,
I mean,
Fire.
it
Okay.
can't be two foolish dungeons in one seed.
Yeah, I didn't even know we had seen the Fire Temple one.
Yeah, foolish fire was in one of the South Hyrule Field grottos.
Okay. Good.
That Decker got, Riley didn't. Which, I mean, fire is water medallion, so Riley's probably not going to go there anyways for a long time. If ever. In fact, the only reason you would go there now is to get horseback archery or big pose. With Epona Song being on Nocturne. Riley getting the 2-nut Goma. It's a little bit less cool than the 0-nut that Decker did. But hey, whatever works.
Seems like Decker's opting to scum some chews here, not checking the explosive checks on the way through, so it's likely that we're going to see him dip into Goron City, and he may be lucky enough to find his way of the hero item while he's there.
If the way the hero item is on Darunia, that could prove pretty bad for Decker right now. But yeah, it makes sense to scum choose here, because you're going to go back down to read the hints anyways, since you haven't read them as adult. It's just pretty convenient to skip all the or scum all these chews. I don't know what Riley got on Skull Kid because it was buffering. Maybe he can open his pause menu and show us. Also, hey Zephyr, rating with a party of 5. I don't think Riley's gonna open his menu in a bit. We won't see what Skull Kid got. Ever.
Ever.
We'll probably find out eventually. I wasn't paying attention to the jingle, so I couldn't recognize if it was a hard piece or an item.
It wasn't a heart piece. It was definitely an item.
Alright, well, that solves one mystery.
Yeah, unfortunately it was an item for us, because we don't know.
Yeah. If it was a heart piece, that would have been better, because... oh. No need to track anything. Alright, moment of truth. Does Decker go into Goron City? Seeing that third Goron City hit?
He's gonna go. He can grab
Yeah.
the chest in the maze too, so he'll actually just snatch up both Way of the Hero items here. It's possible he will scum away the Mirror Shield just because he doesn't need it for now.
Right. You might want to wait until Strength 2 to get the maze checks, because you won't need Mirror Shield until you have Strength 2. And at that point, you can just get the maze with no explosive. Decker and Riley having a little bit of a high five here. At the Hot Rotter not having an item, so it's 50-50 that you need Saria Song for the item here.
I just call him Big Link the Goron. He's all grown up.
It's actually the same size, you're just minuscule.
I said that in chat the other day.
I know. That's how I
So
got it. I'm just stealing your jokes.
Decker wants the item to not be here, what Riley's checking, and it
And
is
it is.
there, unfortunately. Letterway of the Hero is kind of an interesting one, though.
Yeah. Could be for the song on Prelude, could be for an item in Jabu, could be for Ice Cavern, could be for a lot of things now. So if it is something like Ice Cavern, Decker might, might be bailed out if he decides to just KZ skip. Saria's was, where was Saria's? Saria's
The
was at
crater.
Bolero. Yeah.
Riley and Decker both doing a neat little trick here to activate the pot with a bomb chew. And looks like Decker will scum away everything there.
Lo and behold, nothing in the pot. So it's a Mirror Shield and Letter for the double Goron City Way of the Hero. Also, Riley, I'm not sure what he's doing wrong, but...
I think he's just shield dropping the chew a little bit early here.
Yeah. It should be fine if you run with it as you're shield dropping, but he's stopping to shield drop, which might be part of the issue.
Yeah, because it seems like the chew's just not getting far
There we
enough.
go. That should work for Riley. Never mind. Sorry. I'm not sure if he even saved before this, so... That should work. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful. First try. Oh, he did save. Okay, cool.
Good.
Riley still needs to get his song at the ranch. So that's where he's gonna go now.
Yeah, it seems like Decker might pick up these grottos and maybe path towards Kakariko as child.
Right, bottom of the well is Way the Hero.
Yeah, he doesn't... I don't think he has that information himself, does he? Because I think that was
Not
in the
sure.
Goron City Maze, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember seeing that hint. I just heard it, so...
But either way, it's a pretty quick dungeon, and if you can full clear it, it's typically pretty good to go there. I mean, if he went adult now, there's not really a whole lot more he could do other than checking those other two songs that he missed.
Right.
So
He could out of logic get the Mirror Shield, but it doesn't do anything for him. A double Sun Song near K.
Very cool.
Looks like they're both gonna do the same thing. Get some skulls in Child Cack, maybe. Get Dampe and go bottom of the well. Good for Decker if he doesn't have the hint. Though he's just gonna get it later anyways.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Decker on 8 skulls, Riley on 7. It's pretty close.
Yeah, these guys are pretty, like, it looks pretty neck and neck at the moment. Decker did miss a couple things as adult, like a couple song checks, and that did allow Riley to actually be a bit more efficient with how he's routing here. Aside from that, like, it's pretty close so far.
I'm not sure. I don't think Riley's gone to Walnut Ranch yet.
Ah, fair, yeah.
Because he went Child, and then got Day and Night Market, played Minuet, and went from there. So, yeah, Riley has to do Walnut Ranch, Decker has to do Goron City Crater stuff, so it is pretty close still. 30 and 50 skulls are both dead, and 40 skulls has a bomb bag, which I assume that none of our runners will go and get. So, the max you're gonna see these runners get is 20.
Yeah, most likely. Unless it's like something on Bomb Chew Bowling and that's the only available bomb bag.
That would be very tragic. I would consider that worse than my seed, which was 40 skull strength.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing on 10 skulls, so they're both gonna go and check Dumpe basically at the same time. Probably check Sungrave too. And they'll head to the well.
Might be worth making it like a reach here for the Composer's Grave. Like there's most likely a bow that's available right now, and that's all you're really missing for the logic for that check. It is like a little bit of a walk to get to the back to grab fire off the torch, but I think it maybe is worth doing here.
I personally wouldn't go that far to do that, but
I wouldn't,
it's player
but
preference.
I would definitely consider it.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the entire bottom of the well to do.
Mm-hmm.
But Decker is proving to be more eager to pick up some more skulls, as he picked up the one off of the wall in Graveyard here, whereas Riley didn't. So maybe Decker is thinking about that 40 skulls bump.
It's definitely possible.
He's like, I might as well grab this skull. It's close enough.
Looks like Riley's thinking about chickens.
Yeah, this is definitely a chicken's play. Otherwise, he wouldn't set it today. Decker's just gonna go straight into the well. Riley should be going into the well first, but him playing Sun Song just makes me feel like he wants to do chickens, but I guess he's going to well, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the point of making it daytime was in this case, but...
It even puts an NPC in your way going up to the window. So, you're gonna see these two runners blast through the well as CSMC makes it incredibly fast. That was a big chest in the compass chest. That's the only big chest so far. Check the rubble. There's no chest peeking out, so it's a small chest. There's a big chest here, though. Exciting. Until it's Stone of Agony.
Hammers? Oh.
Hammer's a thing.
I mean, like, logically, it's important at the moment because we don't have logical explosives. So if that's Way of the Hero, like, it could just be that it blocks a bomb bag at the moment.
It does put into your mind the possibility of that Way of the Hero letter, as well as the hammer, being for Forest Med and Water Med to maybe signify that opponents lock something, but
yeah,
that's a bit down the line.
It's definitely something. Bow is pretty good.
That's Forest Temple for us. So we're probably going to see them rush Dolt after the well, do Forest Temple as its progression. If neither of them know the correct bottom of the well route, then I don't know it either, Elo.
Oh wow, and strength 2. Okay.
Alright. So that's... Oh, that's Spirit and Forest. So they're just missing Dins and Hover Boots for glow mode here.
Yeah, like potentially. Well, they'll need Nocturne and potentially need
Right.
the Requiem. Yeah.
They do need Nocturne at least. Be interesting to see if they go Ice Cavern, hoping it's Nocturne or Requiem, which Requiem lead to Nocturne, but
Yeah, I mean, like, with that on the table, I think it's pretty likely that, like, the Letter's just way of the hero to grab one of those two songs, and one of them's probably just in Ice. So it's
yeah.
possible that Decker just, like, bypasses that entirely.
Another big chest, just having a scale. Underrated item, I'll say.
This
Scale.
bottom of the well is kind of wild.
It's kind of stacked. We got a bow, we got strength, we got scale, we got hammer. What more can you ask for? Maybe hover boots.
You know, hovers, dins, nocturne somewhere in the chest.
This is actually Song Sanity and slash S. That was sarcasm. It's not Song Sanity.
Yeah, good point being made. The scale is actually like a logical access to turning in the letter. So Ice Cavern is in logic at the moment.
Another big chest in the well. Goron
Tunic, that'll be good for Decker, who stopped opening big chests pretty early.
Oh,
I mean, it'll be good for both of them. If they go fire, they probably won't go fire. But
with a foolish fire, I'm not sure if you can be too happy about seeing that in a big chest. But yeah, they are pretty much neck and neck, though Riley still has to go to Longland Ranch. At this point, I don't even know if Riley's gonna go to Longland Ranch. Because he has everything to do Forest and Spirit, so why go Ranch? Though he still needs Nocturne, so that could be a reason.
Yeah, I think it's more likely right now that we just see both players head straight to Forest Temple.
Yeah, I would say so. Even though it would be another age change if they have to go Child to get that Longland Ranch song. They being Riley, not Decker.
Decker does not have Mirror and does not have knowledge of exactly where it is, but he does know that Goron City is double way of the hero, and he hasn't found a single item there. Also, Hyrule Castle Baron as Riley's walking over.
I think Decker already did the check too.
He did, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Just kind of funny timing. And Decker's coming over here. I think this might have been an important item that he saw.
That's a bomb bag.
Okay, that
is an important item. Yeah, no reason to open small chests now. Alright, now Decker's gonna go adult, as Riley probably does the same.
Yeah, he'll be picking up Bombchu Bowling along the way just because he has to walk through here anyway.
Right. He needs to get 10 more rupees though, which he can easily get on top of Bombchu Bowling with 2 5 rupees, or the crate here which has a red rupee. Bomb bag is pretty good, but Riley still does have 10 shoes and a hammer, so not necessarily the biggest thing that Decker could have found. Alright, Riley is opting to go to Longland Ranch, so playing it safe here.
Yeah, when he picks up his Serenade, I wonder if... I don't think he's going to turn in Letter here. He probably understands that it's probably just to get into Ice Cavern. And even if it is to beat Jabu, it's just for the song. And if that ends up being Requiem, like, it could just be not even hard required.
Yeah. I'm not sure which fairy you're referring to there, Urvos, with Ray Fairy Power, but the Hyrule Castle fairy was A, hinted foolish, and both runners checked it, and it was dead. Alright, Decker going adult at the 54-minute mark. That's a pretty long child section. That's to be fair that they did a lot in adult beforehand, so.
So what are we thinking? Is he going up Death Mountain, or is he just gonna walk straight to Kokiri?
Well, Decker is walking out because the only warp song he has is Serenade, so. On Vanilla Din's Fire is the Hyrule Castle Fairy, yes. Neighbor's Love is Colossus, Hora's Wind is Zora's Fountain. The two in Death Mountain are magics, and outside Ganon's Castle is double defense. Alright, Riley's gonna follow Decker here, adult. Decker not going up river. I would have thought maybe to go up river here.
Actually, yeah, I think River probably was the best way to take, especially if like you're not checking adult shooting gallery here.
Yeah. Why is he not checking adult shooting gallery? Interesting.
Doesn't have the rupees. I'm not sure if there's
Yeah.
like a quick rupee you can grab. I know there's the one like in the back of CAC, like where the grotto is.
Right.
But that
It's
one's
not really an ideal one.
And yeah, like Decker knows Goron City's way of the hero. He has strength too. He's, I guess, just opting to rush, see if he can find both way of the heroes there, and do his required forest temple.
Yeah. So Riley's just gonna hit up Forest Temple right now, because he has all the items and Minuet. Decker, meanwhile, still has to fulfill his double Goron City way of the hero, which he got 0 items for so far. So I'd put Riley a bit in the lead here.
Unfortunately, it seems like we're gonna get a double forest here in a few minutes, but
This is your chance to learn some epic strats. How you can make Forest Temple less of a snooze fest. As it is the longest dungeon in the game. Shadow coming behind in a close second. No, you're right before Frogs 2 is dead.
yeah, that was a hint for Frogs too.
We don't have a Frogs 1 hit. Frogs 1 refers to playing Song of Storms, while Frogs 2 refers to playing all of the child songs and then the special melody that they come up with. Do we have a Sometimes Frogs 1? If we do, I didn't see it.
It's possible that it can be hinted. It hasn't been hinted in this seed, as far as I know.
Yeah, Riley found light arrows in Forest. It's pretty good. Another item that they won't have to search for in the end game.
Yeah. And they're on a
Decker
chest
gets
that
your
you
ship.
100% have to do to beat this temple. Well, have to see to beat this temple.
At this point, Decker knows that the last item waiting for him in Goron City is on Darunia. So he is looking for Saria's song right now, which he's gonna find right here.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be too thrilled to see it here, knowing that he could have just come here earlier. But honestly, like, it just being letter is not really a game changer, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely probably gonna go child anyways to check that item, since it's Way the Hero. It's a confirmed item. You probably want to get it. But not before doing Forest and Spirit Temple. If Requiem shows up.
Riley did not follow the letter, but at this point, it's honestly just most likely for something in Ice Cavern or the song behind Jabu. I think you would just want to do Ice Cavern first, no matter what, and then just do Jabu if that doesn't actually lead to anything.
Ooh.
Din's Fire in the Crater Fairy, that's pretty interesting. So Decker is potentially Hover Boots and Nocturne away from Go mode here.
Yeah,
as well
that's
as
really
the Light Arrows,
interesting.
which you'll find in Forest.
I mean, Decker could be thinking right now, oh, my second Goron City Way the Hero is Hover Boots and I'm done. But we know that that's not the case, unfortunately.
Something to consider here. Yeah, Riley has already been to Crater. Fire's foolish. Big Goron's dead. There's not too much of a reason for him to come back to Crater. It would basically just be for the 2 Great Fairies. So it's possible that Riley misses out on that for quite a little while.
And with no Bolero to get back there either, since it's on Ocarina of Time, that could be a long while before Riley goes there. He might end up doing Ice Cavern, GTG, Jabu, all that stuff before ever going to check those out. Yes, both the crater wall and the volcano are dead. We saw both of them. Yeah, now, Decker is going to go to Forest Temple, follow Riley here. Doing the Mito skip.
It's going to be really interesting if hovers are in Forest or something, because I think, like, in Decker's position, you would probably understand that that would have to be, like, a letter in Child Goron City. So he, like, I think he would just push Ice or something like that.
I don't know. Are you talking about... I missed the beginning of that. Are you talking about Riley or Decker here?
Decker, if, like, they found hover boots in Forest Temple or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, if you found hover boots, then you have to think about what that way the hero could possibly be. It could be for lens, it could be for letter, it could even be for... I don't know. Iron boots. Can't be for iron boots. I guess lens or letter would be the only reasonable things. That it could directly or indirectly be. Could be another strength as well.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, there's really not much to say now as we have a double forest.
Especially since, like, Riley's just in the part where you're not doing any checks for a little bit.
It's the occasional, like, 1 check per 2 minutes at this point. Yeah, bust out your ZSR sleeps if you have that.
Or
you
just
need to take a nap.
Sleeping emote. Yeah, it's nap time.
It's big nap time if you need to take one. Now is the time. At this point, Decker is going to get up to 20 skulls and stop because he has all the skull hints and already has a bomb bag. There's lights for Decker. You can see in his facial reactions that he's kind of thinking. He knows that he's very close to go mode. He knows that he has an unfulfilled Goron City Way the Hero. Oh, there's a Cack Way the Hero?
This
shows how much I pay attention to that.
Yeah, I swear
Uh,
my brain must just filter out Cack Way of the Heroes. It's like, oh, well, Cack's Way of the Hero, who
right.
cares?
It was on the first stone outside of Temple of Time, I remember now. Yeah, we got a magic there. That's the only thing. Because ZL can't be Way the Hero in CAC. Because ZL can't be Way the Hero. Even if it is. It just can't be hinted Way the Hero in these hint settings. Nocturne is hinted, so it can't be that. So magic is the only thing we found there so far. So if they found a magic 2 in logic, that could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting if they actually think about that too. And not just blow it off as a cack way the hero. It happens all the time. With that hallway, you can actually double hit it if you hit one of the skull enemies into the switch. That will account for a double hit.
Oh, that's funny, actually. I've hit one into the switch, or like near the switch, but I guess never actually onto the switch.
Yeah, I think it happened like once to me. I was like, oh, that's a thing. It can happen.
Still no big chests, except the light arrows.
Yep.
That's our last small key, so it's only checks from here. I think we found the boss key, right? Oh, maybe not, actually.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I think it was the first check.
Oh, yeah, it was the first check. You're right.
See, Forest may be a snooze fest, but I at least pay some attention. Riley getting a nice quick eye switch here. This that strat is very hard.
He got it from the middle of the platform too, which is even harder.
Yeah. And immediately wasting away the time save by targeting.
Whoops.
Alright, checkerboard room. Is it a big chest? Yes. I swear. This chest is big a lot of the time too.
Makes me so sad. I just want to
You
backflip
can't do the
on it.
flip. Yeah. You don't know, if this is a small chest, you can actually backflip through the ceiling to the door.
Oh,
And
no.
wow, it's actually a useless big chest. Stone of Agony. The reason Stone of Agony is in a big chest, by the way, is there is a setting you can use that is grottos require Stone of Agony. It's actually a trick that we have enabled that grottos don't require Stone of Agony. So normally you'd need the Stone of Agony to logically access any hidden grottos in Hyrule, which is why that's a big chest. It's a Shard of Agony in the 3DS version, Stone of Agony in the N64. Not sure why they changed it though.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks more like a stone than a shard of anything.
Well, they changed the model in the 3DS too, to
Okay.
actually make it look like a shard of something, like a piece of glass. It's pretty cool.
I guess it makes sense because it's supposed to be like a piece of like a spiritual stone, I guess, or something. I don't know. I don't know what the lore is there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I played OOT 3D with lore.
Riley walking out into the open here, so it looks like he's looking for the shadows, which is a strat I only actually learned about like last week.
Yeah, this is a strat that I do, and it's very unforgiving if you look at the wrong one.
Yeah, so when the Poes spawn here, the correct Poe will actually, like, its shadow will appear like a frame before the other ones. Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't even feel like a frame, like it's that quick. And
You have to have a really keen eye to pick out which one's the real ghost before they take a spin.
Yeah.
But if you watch enough players do this fight, then it'll definitely become noticeable over time.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm actually able to pick up on, although, like, consciously, it's... Like, I'll know to look out for it, and when I see them spawn, I'll know which one it is, but
You
I
just
can't,
don't
like,
immediately do
consciously
it.
work it out. Like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, I know it's this one, but I don't want to do it just in case it's not.
yeah. So you can see, like, Riley nailed the first one, and then the second one was mistaken, and just decided not to do it for the rest of them.
The worst part
Decker
is when
is
you
also
mistake
aware
it.
of the strat.
Oh, sorry. The worst part is when you mistake it and then hit all of the wrong ones so that the real one just comes barreling into you and you can't do anything about it. Alright, Riley, just about done with Force Temple. Just needs to do Phantom Ganon here. Let's see if he goes for the quick Phantom Ganon strat. I don't think he's one to do it, but who knows?
I don't think so. I think, like, generally, if you were to split, like, players into, like, execution and strats or, like, routing and decision making, Riley is definitely more of, like, a routing and decision making player.
For sure.
And, like, his routing and decision making is, like, god tier. Like, Riley is really good at that kind of stuff.
That's not to say Riley's execution is bad at all.
No, his execution's
execution is
amazing.
definitely very good.
He just opts not to learn, like, strats that'll save only a few seconds, but are typically pretty hard to execute.
Yeah, he's not
Which is
Just
fine.
playing around a little bit.
Yeah, it's more fun to do it this way. I mean, well, maybe
Probably
not.
could have gotten a fourth hit there, actually.
Yeah, he was fast with those hits.
But quick fight. Decker's on the blue Poe, so about maybe 3/4 of the way through Forest.
Yeah, the big thing here is that Dins.
Yeah, for sure. There's no telling when Riley's gonna go back into Crater and pick that up.
So I wonder what Riley does now. I would imagine maybe Ice Cavern, knowing that the song there is probably required.
Right. You could cross normally out of logic to hope to get Vanilla Requiem. But you're right here. This is probably the closest you'll ever be to Ice Cavern without playing Minuet. So if there's any time to do Ice Cavern, it would be now.
Yeah, and, like, you know that there's a good chance that Requiem's probably in there anyway.
Right.
So I think the safe play is just go Ice, and it looks like that is what he's opting to do here.
If it ends up being something like Prelude at Ice Cavern, then you'll have to think, oh, do I want to cross or do I want to do Force Medallion Jabu? Because Force Medallion Jabu could just be for Requiem, for Vanilla Crossing, and Nocturne is actually across the desert.
Yeah.
The scale was in bottom of the well, it was on the Vanilla Lens chest.
We know a single check in Ice is dead. That's it. You can't...
Yeah, the Iron Boots check,
Yeah.
which you have to open anyways to get the song.
Yeah, it's, like, not really a useful hint.
One of the few news sometimes hints that are actually bad, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the first check in Ice would have been a much better sometimes hint. Because
Yeah, the
if
map
you come
chest
with
is-
Blue Fire, then you could just go straight to the compass side.
Mm-hmm. That room is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Pretty much any room where, like, ice keys are present is just terrible.
Ice keys are one of the worst enemies in the game. If not the worst enemy in the game.
We're seeing Riley set up the KZ skip or the King Zora skip here. It looks like he pulled it off first try. It is super precise, the positioning at least, so it's good to be able to pull that off with the setup.
Yeah, the setup makes it very consistent, so if you're trying to play this game, I would recommend looking into it, as it's very helpful.
Yeah, and like rushing Ice Cavern has kind of just taken over the meta at this time. Like,
it comes and goes, the Rush Ice meta. And it's in its state of its prime right now. Thank you, the salty sponge. Riley's reminded that Cack is Way the hero, probably for magic.
I always skip ice. Well, I'm very slow to KZ skip because I just want all the people who rush ice to just get owned by it, but they never get owned by it. They always get rewarded.
It's sad. Decker going for the gamer flips on these switches, as they're called.
Blue Nice.
I thought that was a hard piece, but
it's
useless. Nothing. I only took a quick peek, anyways. But yeah, a little cool swag strat in Forest Temple here. If you stand on the very edge of the switch and do a backflip, you can actually backflip off of the switch at the same time you press it. Oh no. He's just going for one try per. We won't be able to see it, but
the real strat is to sit there and miss it 3 times and then walk on the
exactly.
Yeah. That's how I see all the pros do it anyway.
You calling me out? It's fine.
Oh, so you think you're a pro, huh?
Nah.
Just second seed, you know.
That's nothing. Oh god, don't remind me of the terminal montage video that came out for Forest Temple. The video's something else.
I actually don't know what that is.
Oh, if you search up something about Ocarina of Time Forest Temple, you'll find it. That's what I believe Erdos was mentioning in chat.
I will be sure to do that in my spare time, I suppose.
Small chest in the map chest.
Small chest. Too bad that one's not hinted. I mean, you would have had to come in here anyway, so it doesn't matter, but...
I'd recommend not posting links in chat, by the way. I'm not sure if you get timed out for that or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rules are here.
Okay, Decker's done with Forest. They're picking up the safety heart container. Why not? Vanilla.
Esther has a check mark and says it's fine.
We can trust his opinion.
I think there's a Decker shield in there. Yes, Decker's hat is very cute. Although I don't know exactly what it is or what it's from.
I think it's just a bunny. I do know if you squeeze the paws, the ears go up.
Yeah, I know about that.
You can ask him to show it off, even though it's a 15-minute delay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just does that at some point anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, he's wearing the bunny hood, but he's not gonna get the bunny hood with a trader.
Yeah.
It's actually making him go faster.
Yeah, look at him, he's zooming right now.
Yeah, Decker is opting to cross here and not go Ice Cavern. Which, interesting.
Yeah,
He
pretty
still has
interesting
that
choice.
Ganon's way, or Ganon's. He still has that Goron City way, the hero, that he has not fulfilled. But I guess he's thinking, oh, I have everything to do Spirit. I'm just gonna do it. Not even gonna care about where Requiem is at this point.
Yeah, I can respect that.
And we'll see just in a bit if that's gonna work out for him, or if Requiem's gonna be at ice. Yeah, Decker is straight rushing progression. He's hover boots from go. He's probably assuming that it's hover boots in Goron City, and that's why he's rushing the progression here.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And Riley getting bodied by the Skull's hitbox. Yeah, Skulltula hitboxes are very weird in this game. You can hit it directly on and just not hit the Skulltula.
Yeah, it doesn't line up very well. I feel like Decker might dip for 2 checks. Do we have a Valley Foolish?
I was gonna say, that's
I don't remember
interesting.
seeing one, but yeah, he's just going.
Decker did not skip light arrows, he should have it. Riley having a bit of trouble here with the glitchless jump. This is not a setup that I use, so I don't know what he's doing wrong. And he doesn't have bombs either, so he'd have to either push the block or do the setup that he's doing.
Oh, this is a setup that I do, actually. I'll tell you what's going on. Well, that time he didn't hold up, obviously.
Yeah. Is he just not holding up for every single try?
I guess so, yeah. Because you have to, like, let go of target and start holding up, but it seems like he's just not doing that. And without that bomb bag, he's kind of forced to do some kind of setup here.
Yeah. Riley, no. This is like his 11th time doing this jump. Man, is he just gonna push the block now? Nope. He's going for it.
Also, Decker skipping the gate here, skipping GTG. Says, let me
Skipping
get to
everything.
Spirit Temple.
Oh, Riley. He almost got it there.
If Nocturne's out here, this could be, like, pretty huge.
Yeah, it could. Though they still have the hover boots to find, so if they're not just in Spirit Temple, then they could be somewhere really bad.
Yeah, we'll definitely see, like, Decker just go straight for Child Goron City after this if he doesn't have the hover boots.
Man, this is painful to watch on Riley's side.
You gotta just push the block at some point, I think. Oh,
Hey!
he's up there. Never mind.
Let's
God
go. First try. And giving the icicles some love too. Alright, now we're gonna find out if it's Requiem or Nocturne here. Or Prelude.
Yep.
Because it could be Prelude. And that would be very devastating.
That would be devastating.
We know that this chest is dead from the hint. Thank you, hint.
And
It's
it's Requiem. Okay, so that's gonna save Riley a bunch of time. He won't have to cross here at all.
That's
Which is pretty huge.
95% why the letter is way the hero.
Yeah.
And just like that, Riley's ahead of Decker.
If we see hover
No,
boots on
without
the
a doubt.
arch here, that's pretty unfortunate for Decker. Otherwise, like...
OGC foolish. Nice. Useful hint.
Yeah, very useful. Single check.
It's a heart piece on the arch, by the way, so Requiem so far may not be required, hard required.
Decker, walk out.
Get the, you're not getting the song. Uh-oh.
It's
It's Nocturne here.
Decker.
Decker.
He has to remember to check that, or else he's in
If he
big trouble.
finds hovers here, he's just in go mode if he walks out. If he doesn't walk out, that could be big. Decker would be missing Nocturne while Riley would be missing the hammer. Though I think Decker's problem would be a lot more manageable. Or Tins, yeah, sorry.
Which was locked by the hammer. But...
Right, that's why I was thinking about it. There's a big chest.
Big chest.
But it's not a key.
Okay, it's a bow.
Alright, Decker has to hope for a key here.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise he's gonna need to go Ice Cavern.
No small key would be very bad for Decker. Nice room by Decker there.
Yeah, pretty clean. About as clean as it gets without hover boots, I guess. And it's not a small key, so he will have to go ice.
At least it'll force him to get the song here.
Yeah, he's save warping, so he remembered that he needs the song at least.
Alright, so now Decker must be thinking, okay, well, Goron City Way the hero could be for letter for my Requiem. Especially now with seeing that Nocturne. Because it has to be at this point Requiem or Prelude at ice. And the other at Prelude check. Either way, letter required. There's the fourth Goron City Way the hero hit. But we're not going to find a fifth because there are only 2 items there.
Yep.
Interesting, Riley's deciding to check this before going child. I guess he wants to go out, check 20 skulls in archery. Does he have 20 skulls? I'm not sure.
He's at least very close. I think he might have like either 19 or 20 at this point, and he can just grab the one out here if it's 19.
Yeah, Decker at this point isn't doing the first 2 in Shadow because he knows he has to get Requiem. So he has to find letter, and he has that Goron City Way the hero still, which he's going to right now. Interesting, Riley doesn't wait in the middle for the fast one.
He got it anyway.
Yeah.
He knows. He can sense it.
He's a god gamer, what can I say?
Another bomb bag, okay.
Bailing out Riley, not checking Child Lake. Alright, looks like this will be Riley's 20th skull, otherwise I don't see why he's doing this.
Yo, any Spider-Man fans?
Yep, 20 for Riley. With the Cackway the hero, so...
Yeah, magic is definitely not the most convincing way of the hero, although it is pretty convincing. And it looks like it's probably just the magic, unless hovers are on chickens at this point.
Could happen. Might even see Decker do it, but probably not. The real question is, does Decker take the gamble of doing Jabu instead of Ice Cavern?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I really can't imagine he would, but you never really know.
For him, it's a 50-50 with basically the same amount of checks.
Yeah, and he did already cross, so like maybe would opt to do the slower of the 2 checks. And it looks like he's warping to Lake, so he might.
I think he's doing it. I think he's doing Jabu, which is bad for him. because we know that Ice Cavern is hard required this seed. Very unfortunate, but he still does have that upper ground with the Din's Fire on the Crater Fairy.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky Dins.
That's the real ace up his sleeve. That unless Riley somehow manages to go back to Crater, he'll have that above Riley the entire seed.
One of the things about this game is like fire doesn't really lock regions other than Shadow Temple, so like Riley with everything but Dins will have a lot of the game to do instead
Yeah.
of going back to Crater.
He'd have Jabu, he'd have GTG, he'd have all of the overworld he'd have left to do. He'd have water even. I'm not sure you do water before finishing your overworld. Bolero's on Ocarina of Time, which Riley will be able to get after doing Spirit Temple, so there's a possibility that he just gets Din's Fire after getting Bolero.
Yeah, especially since like he never even did the top of Crater, if I'm not mistaken, so it's definitely possible he picks up Bolero and just cleans up like all of those 3 checks at once.
Yeah. The domain hint was just another hint for Nocturne. Riley not getting the backflip here, but it's okay. He still killed the Anubis. Double key on Child Spirit. Very cool game.
And back to adult.
Yep. No reason to climb as child when you have everything you need for adult spirit, including fire arrows. Edgar feeling probably a bit drained, finding nothing in domain here. Riley checking bomb to bowling, as he should. To getting that bomb bag in Way the Hero Kek, which he doesn't even know where the other bomb bag is. There's nothing in domain. Gonna have another double dungeon time here. Dekka's gonna be doing Jabu while Riley's gonna be doing Adult Spirit. One of them is progression, one of them is not. Decker jumping on the middle platform, even though it's marginally faster to go around it.
Oh, the frames.
Gotta save the frames, man. Kill the animal, save the frames.
Unfortunately, not going to be too exciting on Decker's side for the next little bit. Not too many checks in the early part of Jabu. It's mostly just like right in the middle, and then no more checks until the very end.
Yeah, he's still gonna full clear because this is a gamble that he took. And he wouldn't be going here if it wasn't for his medallion.
on Riley's side, we are gonna have tons of checks, pretty much the whole way through Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit Temple is absolutely packed to the brim with checks. I think there's 13, something like that. 11,
Yeah, I
12,
believe that's
13.
correct, and I think that makes it the dungeon with the most items in the game.
Yeah. Though it isn't the densest. The densest would be bottom of the well. Followed by Deku Tree.
But yeah, if you're looking for an item, you probably want to be in Spirit Temple, and that's a big
That's a
chest.
big chest. Is it our hover boots? No,
It
of
is our
course not.
Strength 3. I
Strength
mean,
3 is always the
Ganon's
spirit.
will be available after Spirit Temple, so...
That's true. The question is, when does Riley go back child to pick up the Bolero that he would need to get bailed out?
Big chest
Oh
in
my
Jabu, no.
If this is hover boots, I swear. Okay.
I was nervous for a second.
There would be no going back for that, for Riley, if that was hover boots. That's what I love about CSMC. Sometimes it just does that to you.
Nice.
That's lucky. Another big chest in Jabu.
Oh man. Okay,
it's a wallet.
Dude, I'm actually like super anxious. Like every time I see a big chest in Jabu, my stomach is just dropping.
Yeah.
To be clear, like I don't mind who wins this race. I love both these guys, but like to have the item in Jabu is just it feels bad on such a high level.
It's just, oh man, really, Jabu? Really?
Esther, stop. It's been killing me this whole race with these jokes in the chat.
Well, Riley is already more than halfway through Spirit Temple at this point. And Decker is more than halfway through Jabu. Now the only check left in Jabu is the one on Baronade, so I'm not going to see anything much on Decker's side. But there's a big chest on Riley's side, and it's a big round sword.
Very, very big sword.
It is a big stabby. Legend says it saves 30 minutes on your run.
Every time I hear that, it's longer.
Really? I've always said 30 minutes.
Originally, I think I heard like it was like 10 minutes and then like 15.
I'm just joking. It does not save 30 minutes.
No, nowhere close.
Maybe like 5. If you get it early enough. And I was blaming Drew.
We will not disclose the memes. This is a serious restream, serious players.
Serious bigger on swords. But yeah, while nothing is going on here, make sure to give our runners a follow at DubuDeccer and Riley2W69T. They're both very good Ocarina Time Randomizer players. Also, shoutouts to my co-com, Drew Ness, and on the tracking side, we have Milkweed. Thank you all very much for making this restream possible.
And of course my co-com, Mr. Mario, also another excellent player in this tournament as well. Definitely cheer for him in the future matches. Hover Boots in Spirit Temple.
Okay. So that is no mode.
Yeah, no mode for us. So the thing is, the road that Decker is on will eventually lead to Hover Boots.
Yes, Decker has a very linear path to follow right now, and Riley has to somehow get to Din's, or Yeah, Dins, which is at Crater Fairy.
Yeah, so Riley's kind of on a timer here a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Once Decker gets Prelude in Temple of Time, it's straight to Ice Cavern for him. Riley not doing the quick push strat. If you don't know, you can, because of the randomizer speed-ups, you can just do that. You can tap up on the control stick for a very short amount of time, and the the mirror will start moving by itself.
Yeah,
And you
it
can
actually
go to
saves
the other ones.
a ton of time in that room if you get all 3.
Mm-hmm. The strat would be to throw a bomb at the wall, push the first mirror, go to the other mirror, push that, and then push the other mirror again.
Decker with a nice clean box skip. I think maybe that's why he chose Jabu over Ice. He just wanted to show off his skills here.
Yeah, probably, definitely. You follow the potential hammer way the hero? Not sure, because bottom of the well had hammer and scale, both of which locked the bomb bag. And bow. And let's see, is the other bow available? The other bow was in Spirit Temple, locked behind Requiem. Requiem was in Ice. Ice was available, I think. Yeah, so why was the bottom of the well way to here then?
Well, the hammer was there, right? So the hammer for Dings.
Oh, yeah, there. Never mind. So that might help Riley actually if he goes and thinks about it. Sorry, I just turned off my brain for a second there. Riley going for this. Okay.
Very nice.
Decker killed Baronade, getting nothing. And going to get another piece of nothing in Temple of Time.
Yep, but then he'll be straight to Ice and straight back to Spirit.
Yeah. Rank 2 was in bottom of the well, you're right. So that also fulfills the way of the hero.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So there we go. Uh-oh. That might not be good for Riley. Yeah, okay. Dropping that bomb there was not pleasant.
So I think it's possible right now that we just see Riley cross the desert backwards just to get back to GTG and do some checks there.
Yeah. I mean, I would go Ganon's Castle first because he has strength 3.
Yeah.
Maybe save in Spirit. Maybe copy a save file actually. Because you don't have Prelude, so you want to get that save word. Oh,
yeah.
Right, it would be cooler if he copied the save file, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, Riley almost getting trolled by fifth shot. Alright, Decker is off to Ice as soon as, assuming he, is, I don't know, playing the seed. Yeah, getting that Prelude. Unfortunate the play didn't work out, but little does he know, he's at a good advantage here.
Yeah, and at this point,
that
like,
is
he
not
knows...
the song to play for Ice Cavern.
No, that's not. And he knows exactly where Requiem is. There's only one place it can be at this point.
Yeah.
So he's gonna want to make his way there. I guess he's just clearing out CAC. He has 20 skulls. He has CAC archery he can do.
In fact, did he even go up river? He might not have gone up river. I don't think he...
No, he hasn't touched river at all.
So that's probably what he's doing. It just gets a lot more checks along the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Instead of rushing. Even though we know the correct play would just be to rush the song, go to Spirit, and get hovers, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah. Just giving Riley a little bit more time to find that Dins.
Riley needs all the time that he can muster right now.
Yeah, there's just so many places right now better than going back to Crater.
I would assume FAE on keyboard is not hard if you know the inputs. It's not like you have to aim the bow at all, except for the last 2 torches.
I'll take FMZ's word for it, personally.
So yeah, I should respect the word of the keyboard player.
The keyboard god.
Where Dins? Dins in DMC Ferry.
Yep.
Bolero is on Ocarina of Time for Riley. So, if he doesn't go Child, he just doesn't go there. Unless... No, he doesn't go there. Because he knows that the Strength 2 is in Well, and that fulfills Way the Hero at least.
Gunning straight for Light Trial. This is definitely like a big density first play.
For sure.
And also, like, having the Strength 2 Way of the Hero, even though it was already 100% required, sometimes it'll lead into, like, or it'll be because of, like, a Strength 3 requirement.
Got a couple big chests in here. Double defense. And a wallet.
And a wallet, cool.
Well, neither of them are gonna be big wallet holders this seed.
Nope.
Probably.
I can't imagine, yeah.
Unless Riley somehow goes to Jabu before Crater.
I mean, like, maybe while you're there picking up your Bolero, you just do Jabu. I don't know. I can't imagine a world where you do that.
Nah,
You
Decker
never
won't get the
know.
wallet either. Because he's gonna be in go mode with the hovers and Spirit.
Yeah, he's not gonna open that chest ever. There's zero reason for him to ever open that chest.
A 0% chance he opens that chest. Unless he's trolling us. This is interesting from Decker. He didn't actually go upriver. He just wanted to get the cac checks and play Minuet first.
That's fine. I mean, I think maybe it was something that he intended to do on his last adult trip. So it's possible that, like, it was weighing on his mind or something.
Yeah. Definitely a possibility. You can never say for sure. Alright. Decker is going to ice. Which is the right play for him. The only play for him.
Riley seeing another big chest here at least.
More bait here.
Grabbing some blue fire just in case King Zora is required.
Oh, that's a terrible check to come back to.
Yeah, it is.
As long as your spawn isn't in Zora's domain, which has happened multiple times in brackets already. Yeah, see, Riley can go to GTG. That's basically the only other big density place that Riley has left. So, the question is, does GTG give Decker enough time to catch up to Riley's medallion and stones count?
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is GTG, but then also, like, after that, what do you do, really? Like, are you really gonna walk all the way from Minuet to Crater to do 2 checks? Or are you gonna go Child, grab Bolero while you're there to make that more efficient? And then, and then do Jabu while you're Child. Could do Water with the gold scale. It's definitely a possibility.
I don't think you do that before Jabu, though. Even if Prelude is vanilla guaranteed. It's just not in logic either. I know Riley likes to follow the logic sometimes. Which is why he doesn't save scum bomb choose.
Yeah, I think if you don't have iron boots, you probably just assume that they're probably in Shadow Temple or something. And just do whatever's in logic at the moment.
Yep. Decker has about 5 minutes left of Ice Cavern, then Child Spirit is about 2 minutes, maybe 3, then Adult Spirit about 10. So Riley is definitely not out of the game.
Oh yeah, he's far from out of the game. It's just a matter of, like, how he chooses to route the remaining checks.
Yeah. How last location-y does he get with that Din's location? Riley, I think, also hasn't done South Hyrule Field, while Decker has. So maybe he could be thinking of doing something like Adult Lake into Hyrule Field. It's a lot of checks. I don't think he sets up Scarecrows though, so maybe he goes Child into Child Lake. Well, he's going Lake?
Yes, this might be like a lake into South Hyrule Field into GTG.
Nope, he's just safe warping.
Oh, okay. Well, that too.
Yeah, he's probably gonna go Child, get the song, go do Child Lake in the meantime. Maybe South Hyrule Field. Depends.
I just don't see doing this before GTG.
Yeah, I don't see doing the Fairy Fountains before GTG, at least. Like, even if it's 3 checks there, GTG has, what, 11? Including the Fortress Chest and Haunted Wasteland. Ruto Valley, if that wasn't hinted foolish. Because I don't know why Decker skipped it. Oh. Nice remix that Riley put out right there.
Sounded nice. So I guess he's doing chickens here for the
Yeah,
Cackway
Cackway the hero makes sense. He'll be getting Ocarina of Time eventually. Just,
yeah, it's definitely
It's a
not the
matter of
first thing
when.
you do as child, because like having Bolero isn't going to help you as child
Yeah.
ever. So you
Bolero
just
does
want to
nothing.
do everything as child because you'll be quicker to the checks, and then you just grab Bolero on your way back to going adult.
Yeah, he is doing a big chicken play that'll produce nothing. Unfortunately. Giving Decker another 2.5 minutes to catch up. Don't tell me he hasn't done this grotto yet. He's just making sure, I guess. It's like Caxway the hero, I need to make sure that I haven't done this grotto, because magic is not likely. But at this point, I think magic has to be it.
I just noticed Decker's file names for the first time. The Good Luck Brother.
Yeah.
I guess for anybody that doesn't know, like these guys are really, really good friends. So it's
Yeah,
just
even
hoping for the
Decker's
best for
stream
each
title,
other.
if you haven't seen that, it's like, I forgot exactly what it was. It's, I have to face my friends for money?
Oh.
Yeah.
Look what money does to us.
Yeah, I think Riley's gonna full clear Child here. Child Lake will set up Scarecrow. He'll do Adult Lake going into GTG, which is a lot of time that Decker is just gonna use towards his progression.
Yeah, so the story of this race so far is Decker opted not to do Crater and SFM on his first adult trip, and on his second adult trip he had Hammer, so was able to clear the Crater Fairy, which had Dings. For anybody just coming in here, that's Decker's advantage at this point. Riley chose Ice over Jabu, and got his Requiem out of it, where Decker crossed just to see what song was on Requiem, and then ended up being locked.
Yeah, another thing to note, Goron City was double way the hero. Oh,
no.
Boy.
Cack way of the hero.
No. That might push Riley into Water Temple. That might push Riley out of the game.
That's a scary find.
But yeah, Decker didn't or wasn't able to get the letter that was on Darunia during his child segment. His first child segment, I should say. So Decker being only hovers from go mode when hovers and Nocturne from go mode with a Goron City Way the hero, just decided to cross and say, oh, I think hovers are just gonna be in Goron City and I'm good. But turns out that wasn't the case, so he gambled on Jabu and didn't get anything out of it. And now is catching up pretty quickly to Riley.
Yeah, I think it was like all a pretty fair play. Like you just kind of go out there, hope you're not locked, and save the Ice Cavern over your opponent, or like whatever. And then being locked out of there, you realize you wasted a bunch of time. So instead of going Ice, you go for the second best option in Jabu.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Riley, your chicken.
I think the chicken might make it back onto land there.
Yeah, it will. He just has to not immediately run to the left.
Yeah.
As he immediately runs to the left.
Oh, it's going.
Keep there, don't climb.
Hero chicken.
Okay. Wow. Riley is lucky. If you don't know how chickens work in this game, if you agitate them, throw them down, once they start running, they'll just start running in 180 degrees from you. So you can actually manipulate their movement by going basically the mirror of where you want them to be.
Yeah, that's why when you see people do the chickens check, they pretty much always do the chickens in the same order every single time. And it's because you end up standing or like walking to positions where the chickens will run towards the chicken coop. And it actually just makes the whole thing a lot more efficient. Also,
That's
lens
an
in the
in-logic lens. Even though Requiem is hard required for Child Spirit.
Yeah.
Funny to know that crossing was actually possible without getting the Requiem. Yeah, Riley doing Child Lake here. Decker's going to go to Adult Spirit, get his hover boots, and be in go mode.
Ooh, Riley wants some hints.
Interesting. I wonder what he's missing. Are we missing a Way the Hero hint? That could really bail him out if Death Mountain Crater's Way the Hero.
Yeah, because we have Cac, double Goron, bottom of the well.
Is that it?
Is that another bottom of the well? So maybe
no.
he'll chase the hammer now? Because I think that's the third
that's
bottom of the well.
True. If that was the third bottom of the well hint that they saw, then that could be... Oh, man.
Although he's skipping out on Bolero here, so maybe not.
Oh, I thought it might go out of market, but no. Interesting. All things considered, this is a pretty close race if Riley goes to Crater right now. He still has to play Minuet, go all the way to Goron City, and through City to Crater. But it's... I think Riley's ahead if he does that.
Yeah, like you can tell the hint like really well. I guess like it's not necessarily that it kind of clued him in on something. It's just that like I guess he knew that he wasn't gonna find another useful hint there. But hopefully that did clue him in here. Is equipping a bottle?
Big pose?
Yeah, big pose. That makes sense. So he's gonna do big pose on foot. Maybe thinking Hammer's way of the hero, but wants
Right.
to bypass doing all dungeons.
Probably
Because-
thinking Hammer's way the hero to get Epona's song on Nocturne
Yeah.
as a possibility. Which is a fair assumption.
Yeah, I mean, you knock this out and then you go Crater,
40%
I guess.
chance. There's a 40% chance that he spawns a big Poe on foot here.
I thought it was 25.
It's 40.
Huh.
I think. Could be 25. I don't know.
I always heard 25, but I feel like it does spawn
I've
pretty
heard
often.
many different numbers. Yeah, Epona is on Burning Kek. Which is why Riley is doing this right now. Right, there he goes. 40%.
Yeah, Hammer does actually lock a few checks in GTG as well. Chat bringing up there. So it's possible we could see
True.
like a GTG dip. It is like the most check dense location at the moment anyway.
If they don't have a Valley Foolish, I could see him going that way too for
Decker,
the Valley
you have to
Rocks.
go in that room, Decker!
Excuse me? Decker? What are you doing there?
Are you kidding? What?
Did he also skip, Child Climb? Or is that just me not remembering?
He didn't get strength 3, right? So, or no, he did because
He
it was
did,
on the
he
hand,
did.
yeah. So
I don't
he's just
think he even
straight up
went down to
pushing
Child
for
Spirit.
Light Trial.
Oh no, Decker. This would have been an extremely close race if Decker just didn't do that.
Yeah, now...
Now
Why?
Riley is definitely ahead because he is going to go to Crater with that hammer, get
Yeah.
Dins, and probably win at this point. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, even with Decker going to get hovers in the position that he did, he would still be only on Twin Rova as Riley gets Dins, so Riley would be
Yeah.
ahead. But that just feels really bad. He doesn't even have Bigger on Sword, so he just went straight up.
I can sort of respect it. Like, you have to think you're behind at this point, having done, like, Jabu
Right.
unrequired. I still don't think you skip that check specifically.
Especially in
just because
CSMC.
it's... Yeah, in CSMC, like, you just have to
You just
walk
go
into
in
the
and go
room.
out. Alright, that's Dins for Riley, that's go mode for Riley. He just has Shadow Temple and the climb to do.
And yeah, like you said, like I don't think it would have changed the outcome of this race. Just because like Twin Rova is already the longest boss in the game by far. So he would have been stuck here for quite a little bit while Riley's just gunning through Shadow.
Yeah, that bottom of the well double way the hero really bailed Riley out of this sticky situation he was in. Let's see how good the Shadow Temple is going to be for Riley, though. If he gets early keys, or if there's a key in the Floor Master chest like always. The best Shadow I've seen so far in CSNC, or in Go Mode Shadow in general, is getting all the keys and boss key before the Skull Pot.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's about as good as you're gonna get, probably. Oh, a big chest. Open it. No.
We wanna know.
We demand answers. That's so sad. Hey, maybe Decker goes Shadow anyways for the first 2 checks. And we'll
He
get to see
could.
it anyways. Though he probably goes Ganon's with that strength 3, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, he's safe warping, so this is a castle play. You get to see all the strats in Shadow Temple for chest size magic content, so you can just peek that chest and leave if it's small. It's very cool.
Just getting screamed at right as he gets the stab off.
Yep. I was gonna say, I don't think that hit all 3.
Yeah, there's no way.
And okay.
Controlled by the guillotines there.
Mhm.
This is like the section where you least want this to happen, where you're go moding Shadow and just everything's hitting you. Like, you're already nervous at this point. It's definitely not helping.
Is this
Yeah, I know we said
doesn't go past 3 hours.
I know we said Decker 100% wasn't gonna open that chest, but it's because he didn't open the other chest.
Yeah, about that. I wasn't
Big
taking
chest,
into
Robbie, open
account
it.
the possibility of Decker just Pepega-ing the chest in spirit.
Super unfortunate.
Wait. Oh no, yeah, he is. Riley not appealing to the fans, not opening any big chest. It could even be for Rory's Wind and save you like 5 seconds. Nice, Decker got the fast cutscene. If you jump attack that switch a little bit before the bomb chew explodes the switch in the back, you can actually move earlier.
Yep. Not really a whole lot to talk about, just walking through Shadow hoping for keys.
Yeah. This Riley is just 2 keys short and a boss key.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty likely at this point that he probably will have to go to the back. I mean, you pretty much just always do.
Yeah, there's a key there though, so not entirely out of the question they can skip the back.
Oh, there's another key.
That's cool.
It's definitely a little bit more hopeful now.
They still do need to find a key and a boss key in 3 checks, so... Oh, my bad, just the boss key.
Right, yeah, because he didn't open that chest.
I swear the camera manip just doesn't work. I'm not buying it. Riley, unequipped hover boots at the wrong time. The manip doesn't work. Just don't do it. Waste time. Alright, there we go. That time Riley got the fast strat.
Yep, no iron boots required.
Iron boots? What are those?
Well, I mean, he does have them. So
Yeah.
he knows all about the iron boots.
Ugh, Decker, no. He's missing the jump down to the switch there.
Yeah, he's only got limited shots at this because of his having to use magic.
Yeah, he could be using fire arrows, which would be a lot better, I'd say. Then you wouldn't have to long shot the torch and wait for the Din's cutscene, but there you go. Get that small chest that you worked so hard to achieve. And of course, the boss key's in the back. Unless I just missed it on the rubble.
I'm pretty sure it's in the back, yeah. Looks like Decker opting to go to GTG here, which makes sense in his eyes.
Maybe thinking if it's just in Spirit Rally's done, well, you're kind of right. But Rally's just not done yet. Meanwhile, seeing some checks that Rally didn't do. Colossus Fairy here. It's a nut. So yeah. Any chances for Decker coming back into this are unfortunately out the window, unless Riley has a complete power outage that gets rid of his save file or something. Which I do not wish upon him.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. In all, this was a very entertaining match to watch.
I agree, yeah. Just like the way they diverged and kind of came together at some points. It's just like really interesting to see. And at the end, it was really cool with the whole like, where's Din's gonna be? Or like, where's Riley gonna go looking for Din's? But then just
where's
back
Riley's gonna
hints.
be? Yeah. Of course, it has to be on the last check of Shadow.
Yeah, we love Go Mode Shadow.
Yep.
What is this?
Alright. Very nice. Getting the side hop there to skip the cutscene. And Decker's gonna go GTG, where we know has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zora Tunic is on Skull Mask, Iron Boots is on Chickens. Could be Furry's Wind, but, well, not really useful at this point.
Yeah.
If only Furry's Wind directly warped you into Ganondorf.
Then you'd forget your boss key every time.
It's like the link before you set up a warp point in Ganon's castle and forgot to clear it out. Oh. Speaking of Furry's Wind. There it is. I swear this always happens with me.
Yeah, it happens in your own runs, I've noticed.
I say, okay, this is just gonna be a hook shot, and it's a hook shot. And hey, I'm not complaining. Bongo's down on Riley's side, good fight. Gives you a little bit of his love that Riley isn't even gonna accept because he has better places to be.
Yep. At this point, it's just a short walk over to Ganon. And one last fight before the end. I guess he has to do double knuckles too, but
Yep.
not really gonna be an issue with this much health and double defense.
Yeah, if Riley dies, he's gonna hear about it in the interview.
And for probably a couple months.
Yeah. His co-op partner won't let that live down.
Yeah.
Definitely did not say that right.
It's okay, I pretended you did. You could have just played it on.
Oh, okay. He won't live that down, that's what I'm trying to say. But he's too good of a runner, he won't let that happen.
No, it's not gonna happen to him.
With Bigger on Sword too. So yeah, it's about 5 minutes away from finishing. Decker is just having some fun in GTG.
As far as SGL seeds go, at least in my experience, this is a pretty short one.
Yeah. I mean, you would expect on average for them to be around the 230 length, maybe a little faster, 220, 230.
Yeah,
But
I think like
brackets so far. Oof.
My average finish time is about like 242-ish, 243.
Yeah, it sounds about right. But these
But, yeah,
bracket
some of
seeds have
these
been something
seeds-
else.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I wonder what my average is 249 apparently. Wow. These seeds do suck.
Yep. Bringing that average right up.
Yeah. doesn't help that. More than half of brackets have been over 3 hours so far. I say that and it's probably not true, but someone can fact check that. Riley is gonna go knocking on Ganon's door right now. Saying, hey, where are my light arrows? He tells him Forest Temple.
Huh. I swear we've been there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Maybe he didn't peek the well chest right?
Oh
Yeah.
wait, no, he's got them. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cool. Just another last minute shout out to my co-commentator Drew here in the booth with me, and our tracker Melqui behind the scenes making sure everything is right, what you're seeing on the screen. Also follow these runners, DubuDeccer and Riley2W69T. They're both amazing people and amazing Zelda runners.
And of course, a shout out to my co-com, Mr. Mario, as well. Definitely follow him. He's playing Rando all the time. Very talented player in this tournament as well. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can follow one of those links up above to find out more about this tournament. There's going to be a lot of matches coming up. I believe in just this week, there have to be 16 matches played. I'm not sure how many we've gotten through at this point, but there's definitely going to be a lot of great Uter matches. And there's a ton of other tournaments too. If you like Link to the Past, if you like Final Fantasy Randomizer, Pepsi Man, any percent.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now, so definitely be sure to check out some of the other channels here at SpeedGaming.
Definitely. See, Riley is on Ganon right now. A bit of frame droppage, but you know, he's there. So, just about 2 minutes left. That's about how long Ganon takes. Let's see where Decker decides to go. He's checking the first two chests. Will he
he's gonna
get
see
there
the
in
big
time?
chest. This is gonna be heartbreaking. He's gonna see that big chest and think like, oh man, this is cool.
Vanilla hoverboards, right? Yes, Weasel said there are 4 more Ocarina of Time rando matches today. So, if you haven't had enough Ocarina of Time randomizer with this match, be sure to check those out. At least some of them are going to get restreams, I know.
Yeah, I think later tonight they're looking to get Fabio versus Gogeta restreamed, and that's going to be a really good match. Those are two very amazing runners. There's also a bunch of French restreams if you're familiar with the French language. By familiar, I mean if you speak it. I'm sure many people have heard of the French language.
Yeah, the French community in Ocarina of Time is huge.
Huge and very passionate. They love this game.
But yeah, get your GGs in chat for Riley, as he is about to land the final blow on Ganon. Unfortunately, we won't see the big chest from Decker's side, but GG's to Riley.
GG's. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, and that's it. We'll see if they want to come in for an interview.
Yeah, I imagine we'll be getting them in here in a sec.
Oh, Decker's doing the chest. We can see what it is. Maybe. Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe?
No.
Oh man.
Okay, I click the buttons. Hopefully they make it in here.
Oh,
Hello.
you're joined by Decker here. Hello,
Hello, Decker.
GG's.
Yeah, well, I'll say GG's when Riley gets here, but...
I'm sure he'll be here in a moment.
You know, or not.
Or not.
Talking in race time, so... I don't know
Talking
what
in
he's
Twitch chat.
Riley did say
Oh,
GG's
okay.
in chat, so
Oh, okay.
Should've
here
sent
at
him
least.
the link.
Yeah, you should have a Discord DM.
Yeah, I know I sent that off to you, but maybe it's just not working properly.
Well, wait for Riley. Decker, I'm very disappointed that you didn't play with your hat on the camera.
Oh, right, yeah. I thought about it early, and then I just kind of got absorbed by the seed and well having like 20 things.
It's very fair, yeah.
I think I messed around with it before it started, though, at least. So, just throwing that one out now.
There he is.
Hey,
GG, Riley.
Hey, GG's.
GG's, dude.
congratulations.
Thanks. Oh.
So how was the seed?
I got a I got a bit lucky at the end there, but yeah.
Yeah, we saw that you got kind of bailed out by the back of Lake Hint there for double way the hero well.
Yeah, I usually never read those hints, but I was so scared because, like, I mean, I did that child cleanup in that section because I knew that the possibility of him having done all of that is super, super likely, so I didn't want to strand those child cleanup checks. And then I was like, might as well read the hint. I'm missing one way of the hero that could be super crucial, and what do you know?
Yeah. That or Creator Way of the Hero are both very good ones to find, and you got that, so...
Yeah. Yeah, and then when I got it, obviously I was super scared because the hammer, like, I knew that the possibility of, like, just doing DC and leaving or just doing CAC and leaving is super, it's not, like, out of the question, so, like, you could get your hammer and your child one before even going up the mountain.
Yeah, and that is actually what Decker did. He did
Mhm.
DC and then went straight back to Child.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and it's like there's some swings and roundabouts to it, right? Because me bailing after doing DC and going child meant that I got the dins while I was in Crater, but it meant I didn't have Sarias, and
Right.
Quantity
so
double,
Riley already had the letter before going to do like forest and stuff. So when you choose Ice or Jabu for the song, you go Ice because you're already adult. Whereas I was already child, so I chose Jabu.
You're also probably thinking that hovers were there, right?
I did consider it. Pretty much as I was going to get dins, well, not knowing I was getting dins, I was like, oh, I'm only 2 items from Go modes. Well, Glow mode at the time.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, if I, find if I just keep doing checks, I find one. I've still got this outstanding way of the hero, and then I just find dins in the very next check, and I'm like, do I do checks? Do I just play aggressive? And yeah, I started skipping checks just in case it was the hovers there, but I was expecting the letter anyway.
Yeah, you even skipped the Valley Hammer Rocks. Was Valley Hinted dead?
No.
No, I just as you can probably tell from the last hour, I played super aggressive.
Right to Spirit Temple there.
Yeah,
Did you
It's a fair
cross?
play.
Did you cross before getting Requiem?
Yeah, I crossed to see if I needed Requiem because at the time, so the Burning Kakariko hint, I read it and I misread it as because I read it so quickly, I thought it started with an S, so I just assumed it was Sarius.
Oh,
It wasn't until I got the hint about Bolero being Sarius, I was like, okay, something's wrong here. Maybe it's opponents because that's a similar length, but if it's Requiem, I kind of need to know. So at that point, I wasn't sure how much I'd need to do for the seed, so I wanted to just see if I could just do spirit without going somewhere for it. Basically.
Hmm.
And I couldn't, so that was fun.
So yeah, and then talk about that spirit temple at the end there, just skipping even the one check that you needed to not skip in the vanilla
Right.
Bosky chest, which had your hover boots.
So honestly, the general like thought process was I just done all the Jabu, because at the time when I went to do Jabu, I was child. It could have been Prelude or Serenade at least. If I'd read the hint wrong, it could have been Burning Cack. So I figured I'd do Jabu, get the Prelude song. If that's Requiem, cool. If it's not, double check the hint I was pretty sure was Burning Cack, which I was right. And then if it's on Burning Cack, do Fire. If it's not, go Ice and Cry. And it was in Ice, so I went to Ice and cried. So I felt kind of behind just from doing Jabu, because from my view, I'd not like done anything at that point that was not necessary, but that was the worrying part, because everything was in like super clustered up in like Kakariko and bottom of the well and stuff. So I felt like even just like doing Jabu, which is like 6-7 minutes plus travel time to get there, that like just kind of made me feel behind. So as soon as I got the strength 3 in spirit and I could see the boss key there, I was like, I just figured I needed to like push for a bit of extra time and go Ganon's, which I guess maybe I didn't need to, but
Mhm.
Would the race have been super close if you got the hovers on his first trip, or like?
We were talking about it, and I think Riley, you still win, but definitely not by as much as you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like just casting Dins as Decker was getting like the first shot on Twin Robo, so like it would have been pretty
Okay.
close, but
Okay.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I was at least right that I did need to catch some time up somewhere, but
Hmm.
it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with that one.
Yeah,
Generally.
I also forgot to turn in the claim check early on. I passed right by Vigor and I didn't have the hint yet. I'm like, oh, whoops. Oh well.
I did consider that from DC actually. Once I got the claim check in there, I was thinking, do I just go up and do it now?
Yeah,
And I was
I mean,
like,
I didn't have the Goron City with here at that point either, so I just felt like going up the mountain there with hookshot, like getting songs are just too valuable for me to pass on, so I just decided to do it.
yeah, it
That's
was
fair.
kind of sad seeing like Decker opt not to go that way, and then like save quitting to market, checking the hints, and then just immediately 2 Goron City hints. Like,
I was pretty sad to read that too. Yeah, just like, oh, Kakariko's way the hero. Cool. Goron City. Well, I guess I'll do Child GC the first time I'm going past.
Yeah,
And then it
of course,
wasn't.
without Sorry Son,
Yeah.
you can't get anything there. Well, you could have gotten the Mirror Shield, but you'd have to blow a bunch of shoes, and I guess you had strength 2 at that point. It's better to just do it as adult.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
my early chews were so aggressive. Like the 20 pack, like when I went child, I think I had 2 left after my adult one.
Yeah, there was one point where Mario pointed out that you had 4 left, and I think Decker still had like 16.
yeah.
Yeah, part of why I went Child first was I knew kind of the stuff I'd usually use the choose on. And some of it being Lost Woods and Child Goron City, and like it's pretty nice to scum them earlier if you can, and then like use them up on adult later, I guess. I feel like adult's a bit harder to scum the choose away on, actually.
Yeah, because I mean, I just did the whole like mountain loop, and then like at that point, you can't really scum all those chews if you're thinking
Yeah,
about
for
getting
sure.
the Delta SFM song. So like I just kind of just went for it. Obviously, there was the 10 pack extra in Deku, which saved my butt for a bit. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it does. Well, I didn't get the 10 pack in Deku, but that's. I'll believe you. I assume there was one in there. Yeah.
that was in the slingshot room. Yeah, the top one.
Yeah, at
I
that
was
point,
still-
Decker had knowledge on one of the bomb bags, so I'd imagine he was just like holding out, just like skipping chests. I mean, he had the 20 pack and could get a bomb bag later if he found a scale. So
Yeah, I mean, I was still low on pretty much everything, so I was like, I kind of still have to open small chest.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'd agree with that. If you used all of them in first adult Fisher,
And then like, and then I didn't get my bomb bag on Kakarot for a while, so
yeah, I didn't get that until I was going when I was chasing for Requiem because I just did it while handing in 20 and double checking the hint.
yeah.
Yeah, Decker's first bomb bag was on Ruto's letter spot, so
Oh, I didn't even see that bomb bag.
It was pretty fun to see. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to go there, but I just decided, like I said, I read the hint, so. Hee
yeah, we could not make out at all on the restream what that was. So when we saw you were going back, it was like, oh, it must be something good.
Yeah, turns out on emulator it's really easy to see stuff a lot of the time from a distance, and then because of like the bitrate stream, like it's just really hard to see it on any stream. I've had like so you know GTG with CSMC, you like peek the mid central maze. I've done that really quickly because I can see the chests if I do it right. And I've had like friends who've been watching clip that part just to watch it back, just to try and see the chests, and you just can't at all. This is like everything's just too pixely. So, so I don't blame you not being able to see that bomb bag, but
I think that probably just about wraps everything up. Do you guys have anything you wanted to say?
not really. Just
I'm
I'm
all good.
pretty happy with it in the long run. I still kind of stand by the approach I took. Didn't work out. GG's Riley. Like
Yep.
I don't mind losing to one of the boys, so makes it way easier to not be salty.
Right, yeah.
And you know, it's good practice going into season 5 too, considering how little time I actually had to practice for SGL. I was surprised I even scraped in at the end. So, yeah.
Yeah.
GG's to both of you. It was definitely a really exciting race, really fun one to watch. Pretty down to the wire. So, yeah, thanks. And good luck, Riley, moving on to the next round.
Yeah, so about that, Riley will actually go on to face the winner of Martin versus Doc Heaps, which, for those of you who didn't see the race yesterday, there's a bunch of technical difficulties, and Martin has actually offered to re-race. So,
Oh, cool.
there'll be a new race between Martin and Heaps, and a winner will be decided at that point in time. But
Yeah,
as for now, good luck in the next round.
Yeah, pretty sure the match is on Friday at like sometime in the Eastern evening. So
Nice. That's going to be a good one. The first race was like, I think they were like 18 seconds
It was
apart or
18
something.
seconds
Yeah.
apart.
So it's probably definitely
Yeah.
worth checking out that rematch.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, GG's. I guess we'll be moving along.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming by, and see y'all later.
Bye.
Goodbye.